Hi everyone, I'm doing the astrology for the month of July 2024. The beginning of July is less frenetic than the second half of the month. While there are many significant astrological happenings this month, the big news is Neptune going retrograde on July 2nd. You have heard me say many times that firsts and lasts in astrology magnify the intensity of the patterns of that planet or house that it exemplifies. Neptune is a planet that deeply impacts our emotions, our intuition, and our creative drive. Neptune is sitting at the end of Pisces at 29 degrees. And I don't have to tell anyone that the emotional intensity is quite stunning right now. Everyone is feeling it profoundly and personally. It is not entering Aries until March of 2025 and will aggressively tear down oppressive structures by any means necessary. Once it enters Aries, it will challenge all systems and force the required innovation that happens, the required innovation to happen that feels so desperately necessary right now. But we are not there quite yet. Currently, we are still in the murky waters and hazy fog banks of Neptune and Pisces, and it is not yet done with trying to get us to see our illusions and make us uncomfortable enough to shift. I said in an earlier video at the beginning of the year about the astrology for 2024 that this whole year is endings and beginnings. Neptune is a big one. And as a large planet, its motion will powerfully impact our moods and feelings for the rest of the year. While those in the mystical arts are loving the magnification of this planet, others might beg to disagree. Most are feeling confused and have a lack of energy. We want to be alert and pay close attention, but even the effort of that can almost feel too much to take on. We want clearly defined boundaries, but too many seem entitled to push their weight around to make a point and to prove themselves right. This retrograde is going to be interesting, and it feels as if each of us is taking a much-needed bath, and we might feel shocked at how much dirt is coming out in this final rinse cycle. Mercury will also leave Cancer the same day and tickle the ivories as it moves into the dynamic and inspired sign of Leo. Our imagination runs wild, and we see that we are going to need to understand many things, not just logically, but more intuitively. July 3rd is a busy day. Pluto in Aquarius, Mercury in Leo will oppose, and Saturn in Pisces will trine to Venus in Cancer. Expect some messages to come in that will change the course of your life. For some, it can feel scary. For others, it could be just that they want to get going and need to get going. Be wary of those that take things too far. Some will twist things in ways that will whip them into a dangerous frenzy. July 6th, there is a lovely new moon in Cancer that seems to support a positive interaction with Saturn and Mars. But we are not done with this day because Chiron in Aries will square to Venus as well. On the positive, it will give us the energy and drive to act. In the love arena, we might need to be careful what we say and how we say it. Remember, once it leaves your mouth, you can't take it back. July 11th, Saturn and the Sun will trine, and Venus will also enter the powerfully influential sign of Leo and then trine to Neptune. Unfortunately, it will also oppose Pluto later today. This is where the energy finally seems to strengthen us and help us find the necessary enthusiasm to go forward. While it can feel as if this is an opportunistic moment, know that balance is important in life and in love. On July 15th, Uranus and Mars will conjunct in Taurus. The Sun will also square to Chiron in Aries. It is a busy day, and this day has a kick and quite a bit of heat. Some will use this energy to want to lash out at others, and that is not the way to handle this day wisely. It could be a very bad day because of environmental issues such as tornadoes, hurricanes, climate change, and the environment. Actions will be taken. We will have to see if those actions are just reactions or if they hold more potential to move humanity into a more caring and loving place. It will be important to stay grounded, and the risk of mishaps and injuries increase during such times. So be careful. On the global level, something is about to explode. Just be aware and stay mindful. Mars goes into Gemini on July 20th, and then it will sextile to Neptune. You can see how our emotions keep getting pulled and stretched like taffy this month. Concentration seems lacking, and what was clear is now completely uncertain. As we wind down this month, we at least get this lovely full moon in Capricorn on July 21st, perfect for having a lovely time with friends and family. The sun is about to leave Cancer and the moon is about to leave Capricorn. This day is full of sextiles and trines. Seems it is time to make some amends on a personal level and professional level. It is time to let go and release attachments that have negatively impacted us. We want simplicity and clarity. We look to how we can create a new pathway, one that does not take such an emotional toll over our psyche. July 22nd, we finally enter the sun sign of Leo, and it is a perfect moment to pat yourself on the back and recognize the enormous effort this month has been. However, the dramas are not remotely over because of the trine to Neptune, even as it opposes Pluto. Add to that Mercury squares Uranus and Pluto trines Mars. Appropriate discourse is not possible except with the most enlightened of souls. Conflicts are bound to happen. Sparks are flying everywhere, and many intend to set off a few forest fires. I hope that metaphor is not literal, but more figurative for our country and the world. The optimists will feel as if they get a lot of productive discourse happening. I'm not so sure of that. I think some will use this as a method to block having to come clean and tell the truth while they work behind the scenes to undermine even further. Those in power will try to play others to their advantage. Don't be gullible to the same old tricks. And finally, Mercury will go into Virgo on July 25th. We want the facts, but I'm pretty sure those are not what will be offered. There is a delicate dance to get what is needed, but too many egos block a clear path to clarity. Know you're being intentionally blinded and misdirected. Chiron also goes retrograde, and while we want to ignore the warning signs from our body and our emotions, know that doing that would be unwise. There are real concerns, and they need to be addressed and not put to the other side of time, at another time. And at least we need to address them and not, let things slide. And as always, be compassionate to everyone you meet. Thanks, everyone.